Guys, how you doing? Welcome back. My name is John, and don't forget that this is my wife's Triumph Trident 660. Today I am going to be putting on a screen for the motorcycle because if you did watch my last travel video, and I hope you did, if you did not, I will leave a link to that video here on the screen and in the description box below. My wife, after her first travel of 6 days and 1,520 kilometers, did say that she would not mind a little bit of wind protection. So she chose the Puig windscreen, and today I'm going to put it on the bike and then see how it's like. I'm going to ride the bike after I put the screen on, and I'm going to actually show you and tell you where you can still feel, where the screen actually protects you. Okay, so I'm going to put my hands, I'm going to say, okay, so the screen will protect you up to here, so it's actually going to be quite an interesting video. I actually brought the bike down to the marina area, just to prove to you how easy it is to install this windshield, and of course I'm going to be using my nifty little toolkit that I usually take with me on all my travels. And if for some reason I do not have a tool that I need, I will buy that tool and stick it into that toolkit, and always try to use this little kit when I work on my bikes to ensure that I always have the correct tools. So this is actually very, very easy. This screen actually came in a very nice box. I was actually quite surprised from Puig. And it comes with all the necessary hardware. The brackets, some of the brackets are already installed on the screen here, so it's actually going to be quite an easy fix. The manual says, the instruction manual says it will take about 10 minutes, but I'm supposing it's going to be even less. Out of the plastic, in my opinion, I do think that the screen actually looks quite good, quite high quality plastic and very well made. And to be honest, I think it's actually not going to look that bad on the bike, but we will see. Okay, so this screen will screw onto the clamps, so I have to take off the original screw and then screw it on with the screws that came with the screen and with the spacers. So let's do that. Let's take off these screws then. Don't worry, because the suspension will not fall down. Oh, let's give it a nudge here. Here we go. Okay, here we go. That one's loose. Let's get onto this one here without damaging anything, of course. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a one-hand job. Don't have anyone here to help me. Okay, so let's take off these screws. Okay, here we go. Nice and easy. Very, very quick job. Sort of like a 5-minute job, I think. Okay, screw number 1, out. Screw number 2, out. Okay, so let's hold that there. So now it's going to be the tricky part, because I am all doing this one-handed by myself. So let's see if I can actually hold the camera and put this in place. So, no, I don't think I am. So this goes here. Let's see if I can do this. So let's put this here. Oh, this is going to be a difficult job. Let's hold the camera between my legs here. So this is going to be like that. It's most difficult to get the first one on. After the first one's on, I think the second one is probably going to be easier. So that's the first one on there. Okay, there you go. Sorry if this is not the best footage. Let's just get it on, so it's on. Let's get the second one on. Hold on a minute, put in the spacer. Turn the camera here. Very, very easy job. Fantastic. So let's screw that on. So it's basically already in place. Now I just have to tighten these screws. Here we go. Here we go. Very nice, very easy job. Get my nifty little screwdriver here. Not screwdriver, wrench, socket wrench. Okay, move that around. Let's tighten this up. Okay, that's one. The camera is between my legs here. Okay, so that was what, 5 minutes? Very nice, that's so easy. This usually has to be tightened into Here we go, I just had to change the battery of the camera. So these screws usually will have to be tightened with a torque wrench, 20 Newton meters of torque. But of course, when I'm on the road, I can't take all the tools, so I'm just going to take this, and possibly at home, I'm going to use the torque wrench to tighten this to the proper spec, okay? So just make it nice and tight so it doesn't jump off. Okay, I'm happy with that. Just give another adjustment to this side here. Okay, that's good enough. Here we go, so the screen is on. As you can see, fit is actually quite nice, so it's a well made out screen. Does it look good? Does it look fantastic? Does it look bad? I mean, I think to each their own. I think it's one of those cases of function over form, and so as long as my wife is happy with it and it makes her rides less fatiguing, then I think the screen is just going to stay on the bike, unless for some reason she just wants to take it off for stylish purposes. So at this point, I'm going to go for a ride and see where the wind actually hits me on the body. To give you basically a review of this screen, stick around because I think it is going to be quite interesting. Let's go. I bet you're wondering why I'm actually sitting here not doing these tests, right? Well, this test, to be honest, is starting to get quite frustrating because this windshield totally transforms the dynamics of the motorcycle, especially the wind noise coming into the helmet. So on the first day, which was 2 days ago that I started to do this video, I went out for a ride. The footage was great, but the audio was crap. It kept on cracking and popping. So I changed the configuration of the microphone inside my helmet. I put a dead cat, I stuffed it more inside. So next day I come out, not much of an improvement, just a tiny improvement, not really very much. So I had to think of a different way to put this video together, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ride along. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, and I'm going to have my hand still, and where I start feeling the wind, I'm just going to flap my hand, okay, so you can understand whilst I'm riding where I actually feel the wind. And then of course on the end of the video I'm just going to come back with a short summary of my findings on this windscreen. But for now, is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it, but you will have to tweak your setup a little bit so you don't suffer from very much wind noise, because if you can pick up the wind noise on the camera of the helmet, then of course inside your helmet you will also have a lot of wind noise. So first and foremost, I'm going to take out my secret weapon that's going to avoid wind noise, and it's just a simple scarf. More about that later and on the next video though. Be sure to watch it. Don't forget, I'm going to flap my hand when I start feeling the wind, okay? So it's going to be straight, and then when I start feeling the wind I'm going to flap so you can understand where. Here we go, guys. Conclusions. I hope you understood the video. Okay, so each time I flap my hand, it's because I started to feel the wind. In my opinion, I think this is a great screen. It will protect your whole body on longer rides. Don't forget, I did this yesterday and the day before, so I already knew what was going to happen here. You will feel the wind blast. I'm 5'10", okay, and I start to feel bloody flies. I started to feel the wind blast from my neck upwards, and of course that's what actually makes all the wind inside the helmet. So my advice is to wear a nice fluffy scarf to eliminate that wind noise, and it will basically eliminate all of it and make your ride so much more comfortable. Bloody fly. You'll feel the wind on your shoulder, so it will basically protect your whole body until your mid-chest line, my mid-chest line at least at 5'10", and starting from the chest line upwards, you start to feel the wind, which will start really to get more concentrated on your neck, okay, where you'll feel sort of like a slight turbulent air, okay, but the direct wind blast will only be on your helmet. So I think it's a great screen. I think it is worth the investment. Guys, if you liked my conclusions, if you appreciated the work that I had with this video, don't forget to do the bloody thing 3 times because of some problems. Please don't forget to give me a like. These videos are difficult to make sometimes. They do take us a lot of time to try and get you this accurate information. I know for guys that have been riding for a long time, you'll probably know all about the scarfs and the wind screens and stuff like that, but newbies probably stick on screens and then they have problems with their helmets because not with their helmets, but they start to have problems with wind noise and they won't understand where it's actually coming from, so they'll probably change their helmets a couple of times, try different screens, stuff like that. Guys, the wind will usually be caused by your screen anyway. So don't forget to watch the video that I'm going to post about wind noise and how to eliminate wind noise, most of the wind noise on a motorcycle, because I think it's going to be a fantastic video, especially for newer riders, for you to understand that some modifications that you do on motorcycles actually make your ride worse. Guys, until next time, my name is John. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content. Bye bye.